Hello VR addicts, welcome to my channel. I am Paolo Trianni and today we're going to have a first impressions of After H, which is a competitive FPS game. It's a fast-paced one as well, and it's in early access, so you know they're constantly building on it. It's also free to play, so anyone can just jump in and play it. You do have to register though, but obviously you have to do that with every free to play, so that's not unusual. And it looks like a really beautiful game for a first-person shooter. So let's jump in and see what it's like. Now the problem I have here is there's the gun, right? But the gun is where my wall is, look. Now I can turn, but I'd prefer if there was some sort of snap turn. I know some people seem to be absolutely bonkers about the turning. This is why sometimes I can only use the index. This. Because they've done this weird thing where when you go in it you can't actually move. It's supposed to support the Rift. It just says Rift though, I mean obviously. Give me my gun. So you can't actually get the gun at all. Because obviously I can actually play this game with the index because I can actually reach it, but I can't with the Rift. Oh. I got it in my hands. Like now I've got it in my hands, like I could move. But this is the interesting thing, like moving right now seems to work, right? But on the index, and I'll show you the index later on, it actually moves on its own. Like it has this weird ass drift. Like just there, like when I stop, can you see how it kind of drifts a little bit to the right and left? It's weird, right? Now the settings only comes with these, which is okay because I mean it's got some settings that's pretty decent. So you've got graphics quality, so you've got a choice between very high and etc. But obviously changing that changes it in motion, obviously. And then you've got your dominant hand, which is right. You've got motion sickness, which you can change from not sensitive to very sensitive. And then that's kind of really it. And then you've got bug report there if you actually got some bugs to report. And look, you can actually see there's actually some servers, so people are quite happy to get game free. So let's, I don't know about free-for-all. Domination sounds quite cool, doesn't it? But free-for-all's kind of packing out. So let's pick this and let's join. Calibrate your size. Alright, now it actually sees the rift up there, which is quite interesting, because that will actually change. Alright, so this is pretty cool as well. Now before you could change the weapon, but I don't know how you change the weapon on this. Oh. Superb. Hello dudes. I'm white, you guys are blue. I mean, do you look white to yourselves or? That moon just looks amazing, but I have to say this has got to be one of the smallest domination maps I've ever seen. Attack B, attack A. The distance is just unbelievable. That's cool. Like the level of guns you have as well, the Legion, for instance. I don't think I'd want that.
The opposing team just took the lead.
This is like, what the hell, the smallest map ever. It was a grip button, wasn't it, before? On the index, you just used to hit the grip button or something, and on this it's not working.
Your team just took the lead.
That's hilarious. Oh, hold on, wait.
Hello. Hello tout le monde.
Right, I'm returning back to main menu right now because of one. No, I don't have my gun anymore. How did I grab it last time? Right, here comes up the gun. Now I've actually got my hands, and this time I can actually get over there, and this is where the wall is, so I can just barely reach it. And at the moment, and there you go. It's like the index, I'm not touching it, it just seems to, it just seems to be moving on its own sometimes, right? So I think it's early days on the index. I mean, it's literally, if I swing this way and then just, oh, the sensitivity on it is like nuts. I'm just like literally just touching this a little, and look. And that's the weirdest thing, is like I'm not even touching it barely, and it's so like trying to be a competitive FPS shooter. Oh, and then it sometimes does that weird where it goes grey, oh, like that. I don't know if you can see that from the mirror that I'm recording it from. Oh, yeah, it's like a heart attack or something going on. But I mean, yeah, it is early access. The graphics are really good. Obviously, it's a tad bit sharper in the index compared to the Rift S, but then you won't see the glare unless you're very attuned, right? For instance, I can see the glare on everything that's white, pretty much, especially these white bits here and the writing. When it goes past, it's just glaring across the whole screen. I mean, it's called glare because it goes across the whole screen. Normally, like when it's God rays, it's in the center. But if you look at it, right, it actually emanates from the center, but it's so large that you're actually seeing it around the edges of your actual screen. And you can actually change the skin, which is quite cool. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? I mean, look at this dude. Again, I mean, the graphics on this is just hats off to the developers. I just think that's amazing. X6572, absolutely beautiful. It's got really, really great graphics in that area. I think most of it's that. Oh, there's that grey again. So anyway, let's have a look at let's see what there is to play, and we'll see if we can play a little bit. See, this is easier to reload though, because where I was struggling with that with the Rift S, wasn't I? And then you got a reload, you got a counter at the top there. So we've got domination, and that's the domination with the cliff, isn't it? So isn't that just a crazy ass small one? Team deathmatch. Next, domination again. Let's just go for a free for all and just die a few times. Oh, and to change the gun, it's like using the right analog stick. And that's another thing as well. You kind of getting all last gen stuff. Oh man, I guess it always starts like this. Wheat moisture, meshery. So I guess this is just a lobby, like you would normally get a lobby. See, like, oh right, yeah, that kind of like looks cool on the screen. Is this not firing half the time? Oh, look at the graphics. It's just, this is a very, very pretty game. I mean, would the sky look like this if you were on Mars? Because this is a Martian game, right? We're fighting on Mars. There's two different people. There's like the Vanguard or the Rebellion or something like that. I can't remember. But it's pretty damn good looking. It really is pretty. It's got a really good sky. That moon just looks like it's sitting there though. Does it really work out that you have to ready up or? Oh, I don't know why it flashes like that though. Yeah, there's a rush mode as well, I remember that now. Press the trigger on this and it rushes forward. Can I just walk off into the distance? What will happen? Okay, I'm hitting an invisible wall. I did play this earlier using the index, but like I said, you just touch this very little and it goes off. Alright, here we go. It's actually starting. So here we go, we're going to jump in and oh, look how cool this looks. Right, this is a free-for-all, right? Oh no, it's domination. Okay. What if they can add frag grenades? My gun's flipping out like anything. Look at this shit. It's only 1 point. Yeah, I'm using the index here, so this is like pretty serious tracking. Issues right now. Might be something to do with lag or... Wow, what's going on with the track in there? It felt all over the place. And it kind of still is, really. Look at this. What's going on? Might be an index thing. Okay, so we're going to try again with the valve index, because the fault I had before with this, what happened to the gun? Oh, because I don't have my controllers on. Okay, the fault I had before with the gun spazzing out actually was a fault with my index. I had a fault with the base station. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. So I'm hoping now it works. Oh, I just realised my play space is, I need to recalibrate my play space, but it's alright, it's not that far off. Alright, well, that feels better, but it's still oversensitive to press this trigger button here, right? You just slightly touch, all you're doing is touching the trigger. It's like some sort of weird sensitivity there. I don't know if the devs will watch this, but with the index, I mean, just a slight touch. Let's see if I can actually show this, right? Slight touch, and it's moving forward, right? I'm not even moving the thumbstick forward or anything. It's just doing this. So that kind of makes it a little bit weird. I mean, going back's really hard because if you touch it, it just goes forward, right? So going back, you kind of almost feel like you want to go forward as well. Yeah, and then obviously you have to move in your play space because there's no 360 in this game, but they did say they were going to add 360 at some point, snap turning. Hopefully it's smooth turning as well, not just snap turning. But let's see what servers there are, and let's jump in there and let's just get more on this and just see if I fixed my sensor issue that I had earlier, which made my gun spaz completely out. I don't know if a free-for-all is a good idea. It's a bit boring. There's nothing else really to play except for domination, really. Alright. Okay, so that always does that. You see, it's because I'm touching. Pulsar, that rings a bell. Pulsar, where you hiding, bro? Seriously, where you hiding? Here's the shadow. Let's have a look, see how the shadows operate. That's not bad. It's kind of a soft shadow as well, which is quite nice. Especially for someone like Mars, where you probably you've got like, well, actually, I was going to say heat, but it's actually cold. Mars is really cold, isn't it? Mars is really cold. Venus is really, really, really hot. Must have been some war they had. So at the moment there is no game that's available to me. I love the graphics of this, and the gun is not spazzing out, nothing's spazzing out anymore, and it was my fault why the gun was spazzing out in the video that I did previous to this. So that's a little bit gutting. See if the counter, yeah, the counter is really good. Look at that. Now, the index, the Rift S, the index, I can reach the gun, but obviously with the Rift S I can't reach the gun, but then that's just because of my play space with the Rift S. But I think the Rift S works really, really good in this game, and I think other than the fact that you can put this FPS a lot higher, which I don't have FPS installed anymore because I uninstalled it. The FPS VR thing. My counter. So we're going to see if we can find this dude. Wait, is he over there? Are the ruins? I don't mind the reload, really. It's kind of automatic, but I don't mind it. Okay. Okay. It's a little bit of mapping issues there. I can't seem to go any further across here. Oh, okay. Maybe I came in here and a guy left or something, I don't know. Maybe his hiding skills are superior than mine. Sorry. What was it I wanted to do? I thought there was a teleport button, right? No? Am I thinking there's a run button, isn't there? Makes life a little easier. Okay, I can't go that way. Hey, he's probably back in his thing, picking through his weapons. Alright, let's go back to main menu and see if there's any servers available. Okay. This is my dining room table, is literally just in front of me. Now I actually brought the lenses a bit closer so I could get a better field of view, and they're just now leaning on my nose, so let me move that aside a little. Free-for-all's actually picking up. I would just do a free-for-all. It's kind of a bit boring, but I like team deathmatch or something else. Oh, stupid controller again. Oh wait, it's not. Is it a free-for-all? Nah. I'm guessing it is a free-for-all. By two people. I think I'm getting shot at the back as well. That guy's way behind. What happens when you go through this thing? Nothing. I hate when people behind me. Just look, I get literally tangled up in my cable. This is the reason why 360 is not great with a wired headset. And the controls are just
5 minutes left.
not great. There's one up there camping. It's almost down there. You know, when I didn't see anyone down there, I thought he was probably coming up here. Where did that gunshot come from? Probably this way. Try going for the head, but I don't think you get any bonuses for the head. Oh, I'm shot from behind. That's not cool. My play space is way off right now. I need to fix that. Alright, this is going to be a competitive shooter, like I would say, like a sort of Halo type game. There's a guy up there. I was going to say my aim is a little bit off now because like my fingers on the thumbstick, it just keeps going forward and backwards, and it's very not pleasant to use. So I got behind me. See, now I'm tangling up my cable. Wow. That was pretty lethal. Yeah, I'm tangling up my mic cable as well. So like 360 movement in this would be fantastic. Snap turning, I meant something like that. Keep saying 360 movement. Someone stole my kill. Ha, damn. Damn, boy. Well, there you go. Here is the Mars shooter After H. Yeah, what can I say about it? Graphically, it looks stunning. You really do feel as if you're on Mars. I just love looking up at the sky. I just love looking at the ground. You know, I love the feel about this. The shadows look pretty damn good. The characters look damn good. The guns sound damn good. Sorry about the sound mess up a bit through it. You probably didn't hear how good the guns do sound, but the pew pew, trust me, is pure sci-fi and it's really good. The animations are not too bad. They're pretty good. The characters that I'm looking at are pretty damn good. I mean, when I say the animations are not too bad, because obviously it's an auto reload. You press the button, your mag disappears, suddenly a mag reappears in your hand and you just click it in. That's all there is. There was a few bugs as well. I don't know if they're bugs, but they're definitely something that I wouldn't recommend the devs to keep, you know, in there and not fix or whatever. With the index, I only had to touch, which you guys saw in the video, I only had to touch the thumbstick a little bit and it would just like go nuts. It would just do its own thing. And that's a bit of a shame, but I'm sure they're working on that. And with the Rift S, I couldn't reach the gun. I couldn't reach the gun at the beginning, you know. But I'm sure, you know, there's a solution for that too. The Rift S was my favorite on this because I quite enjoyed using the Rift S, mainly because like it's really hard to play when because you rest your finger on the thumb button, so you're kind of going forward pretty much all the time, and then you have to remind yourself not to rest on there, and that feels a little unnatural. That's why the Rift S is kind of felt better, because you didn't have that problem with the Rift S with the touch controllers. The servers, there's people playing it as well, which is interesting. It's only just been released. It's early access. They're still building on it. There's still lots to do in it. There's, you know, and yeah, there's people playing it. Yeah, it seems like everyone wants to make their own server and not join one particular server, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, there could be 3 full servers every time I go in there sometimes, but it just seems like there's 2 in there, 1 in there, 2 in there, 4 in there, 1 in there, and you just think they all could have been just in one place, but you never know, right? Even though they're playing sometimes the same game modes and etc. Yeah, I'm feeling quite positive about this game. Yeah, I think it's got a very good chance of succeeding in the esports arena. And it is an arena shooter because I mean it looks kind of like Unreal Tournament almost, kind of gives you that feel, kind of like a Halo kind of small arena shooter, which is fantastic because people love that kind of stuff. What else is I mentioned? The devs are thinking about adding, well, they're trying to add eventually some sort of turning, because at the moment you have to physically turn in the game. If you noticed, I got actually tangled in my cables a few times, which is kind of a little bit frustrating for me. It's all right if you got the wireless for the Vive and you may have the TP Cast or whatever it is for the Rift, but the Rift S can't have that, and the Index obviously doesn't have anything like that yet. So, and obviously can move because we have for a 360, both headsets can do 360. But you get tangled in your cable, which is a bit of a nuisance, really, should I say. So, you know, having a bit of snap turning just to correct the cable, it would just be great. Just for that one reason would be fantastic as well. Not very good at the game, though. I need to play it more and improve, I believe. So anyway, if you like this video, please give me a like and also subscribe because it goes straight to the heart. And also hit that bell button if you want to watch more VR content like this, especially a follow-up video, because obviously it's early access and my opinion today is going to change over the course because obviously they're building on the game still, so there's lots still to do. And then that's it, I think. So I love you a long time, and ciao.